我飘飘，微风萧萧。So, you're bored and you're looking for something to watch. Slop Isekai? Nah, I've seen enough of those. Some actually good shows? Nah, I'm not really in the mood, you know. But what if they're Chinese? Huh? Huh? I guess, sure, why not? I told that hoe if you wanna stay with me, you come to the hills, get a dream. I'm about to lose my mind. Return back in time. Knew her, huh? Yep. Why should you be interested into watching Chinese anime? Probably your question, right? I mean, why not? In this video, I guess I'll try to convince you into giving Chinese anime at least a try. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please leave a like and subscribe. And, you know, maybe leave a comment about what Chinese anime you've watched. Anime can have various stories, of course, ranging from intricate writing and great storytelling to, you know, slop main character that can one-hit everything with a tip of his dick. My point being is that there are different levels to this, but Chinese anime definitely stretch the two opposites even further. I will explain in a bit why. Some of the things I have seen are just genuinely intuitive and interesting, and it's just something I've never seen before, you know. Take a look at Link, you know, the awesome intro I did in the, you know, in the beginning of this video, where these two dudes, just two friends, combine their weird abilities together to sneak a peek into someone's past through photos. Very specific, you know, also kind of vague. But when taking a look into the past, they discover a lot more mysteries going on in the world and in that area. I don't want to spoil because holy shit, this anime is so good. The story, this could pique your interest at least a little bit, right? I know there are a lot of jokes revolving around Mappa, and holy, they are not catching a break with a new season of JJK coming out. These employees are not eating, man, but if Mappa employees can't see their family, then Chinese animators cannot see their living room, because what is this? With these animations that I have seen, and it's in a lot of other Chinese anime as well, is straight up eye candy and it's so smooth. Just look at this, man. It's so fluid and cool, right? And a big thing I've noticed as well is that they are insanely good at animating fighting choreography and martial arts, mainly. I mean, some great examples are, you know, Hitori no Shita, or otherwise known as the Outcast, and Super Cube, that one that's, I think it's airing right now, or it's almost done. But it's honestly present in every Chinese anime, and yes, even Link has them. One that's not even based around fucking martial arts or fighting. Even they have some really good like animation and fighting choreography. And it's so crazy that these are animated so well, right? Because you would have expected to have this also in Japanese animation, but for some reason it just doesn't hit the mark, and it just isn't there in most cases, you know. Of course, I'm not talking about the, you know, biggest titles with the, you know, the best animation stuff, but in most cases this is not the case. But for Chinese anime, this is the norm, so that's why I'm talking about this. But I would love to have the same dedication happen in Japanese anime for these fighting scenes, and it comes down to like choreographing fights. I think a great example is God of High School. It is a Korean manhwa, but they have done a great job on the fighting choreography, and it is animated by a Japanese animation studio, I think. Don't fact check me. And honestly, you know, I've seen some recent anime that have been upping their shit, but it still just doesn't compare to the choreo I have seen in Chinese anime. Like, it's insane. Maybe a great example could be, what's it called? Vistoria? Some like slop fantasy from like a year ago or months ago. I don't know exactly. It had great fighting animation, but this is like one in the how many, you know? Whereas in Chinese anime, you have this in almost every good Chinese anime. I'm not talking about the fighting only, but genuinely, the animation itself is just really cool. And there's so many different styles as well. They don't, you know, leave it only to 2D animation. They sometimes mix in some CGI, and they sometimes mix in some different animation styles. I won't go too crazy in that about it, but if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Where there are a lot of awesome Chinese anime, there is also an equal amount of actual other horse culture. Oh my god, I haven't said anything about this yet, but where Japanese anime have their slop isekai or fantasy, the Chinese have their slop cultivation anime. And for those who read manhwas, you know what I'm talking about, because cultivation stuff is really big in Chinese, like manhwas, donghwas, and whatever. But this is the slop of Chinese anime, basically. And the only difference is that, you know, Japanese slop isekai still have good animation, and still, well, most of them at least, and still have like good stuff. But these Chinese cultivation ones are actual slideshows. I cannot take this serious. Why would you watch this when you can just read it? Because genuinely, not sometimes, in most cases, the original material is just way better. And if it's not slideshows, it's probably some like weird, like really weird CGI that just is so shit. Like it's so bad. It pains me whenever I see like an actually good, you know, manhwa getting adapted, and then I see the CGI, and I'm like, no. Why? It hurts, man. It really hurts. For those who know, it's like seeing Queen Bee animate something, you know, when when you know the original source, and you're like. I think the other issue you might have as well is that, you know, Chinese anime is spoken in Chinese.
Huh?
Yeah, okay. It sounds weird, but for some people this can be off-putting, especially when you're used to, you know, Japanese or English when you're watching anime. And personally, I have no issue with this, and it all comes down to personal preference. But I can imagine people seeing this as a turn-off. But trust me with this one, man. Just give it a try. Just give it a try, please. Genuinely, like, I'm sure you won't be disappointed, you know, if you watch all of these. Ooh, there's a list. If you watch all of these, or not all of these, if you just watch one of them, or just watch an episode or some shit, just give it a try. I'm honestly curious what you guys think of Chinese anime, you know? I haven't seen many of them, but I have seen some. It would be awesome to see the difference in anime industries when, you know, regarding Japanese and Chinese anime. And it would even be more awesome and better when they can learn from each other. I feel like Japanese anime can learn a lot from the fighting choreography, as I said before, from Chinese anime. And I feel like Chinese anime, you know, can actually learn a lot from Japanese anime as well. Anime is based from Japan, so I think most of that is based on Japanese animation, I would assume at least. Just give it a try. And you know, you, if you're gonna watch something right now, I will give you my personal opinion, recommendation. You should watch Lord of the Mysteries, because it's just awesome. It's just awesome. It's great. Oh my god, the ending song as well. Oh my god. Why do I feel so strongly about Lord of Mysteries? Because all the other seasons and everything else of the show is already announced. Yes, it's already announced. It's so weird, because usually you don't hear anything about it until like 2 months before, or like half a year before. But they actually announced, I think it was like 5 or 6 seasons with like 3 or 2 movies, and they all announced the years as well for these seasons and movies. And yes, the original source is also already finished. It's based on a novel, and it's one of the best light novels out there. Don't take it from me, because I haven't read it, but I have watched the first season, and if they keep up this quality, then I can see why, because it's just great. Just give it a try. Anyways, thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.